Folder 1, track 14. Guys, thank you so much for being willing to be part of this project we've been working on. We've been thinking a lot about it for a long time. We think it's a good idea. Obviously, we felt that we needed to do this. And so we're grateful that you are willing to share your stories and your experiences. You have something that no one else can offer, and that is time. Time and experience. And that is what we're coming for you to give us. What I mean by that is, yes, marriage counselors are great and they have much experience, they've done a lot of studies, but we're looking for someone like yourselves that basically have gone through it. You are the ones that have been through what we're going through now as younger people, whether it's us as 4 years married or someone that's 10 years or 15 years married. You obviously, I've come to because you have 35, 40, 50, 55 years plus experience with being married. So what we're looking to have you do is share all your hard stories. Share the hard experiences that we as young people are going through now. That's where I find a lot of my friends have struggled. Some of them have already been divorced and they've only been married for 2 or 3 years, some even less. The hard things that they are going through that have crippled them, you have gone through and you have gotten through it. So we'd like you to feel as though your grandkid is in front of you, as though your own son or daughter is in front of you, coming to you asking for advice. We'd like you to think as individuals, plus collectively as a couple. The point of this whole documentary, if you would, or video, is for three things. The first one, we want to think of you as an individual. What did you do right in the marriage? In your 40 years experience, what did you do right? On the contrary, what did you do wrong? Maybe you had a bad habit you had kicking when at year 17, or maybe you had a wayward child, or maybe addiction came into the family, or a loss of a child, loss of a job, etc. Those things we are going through now, but we can't ask. My friend is the exact same age, has no advice for me because he's going through it. You guys have gone through it. You guys have struggled through it. You guys know what it's like. On the other hand, from your spouse point of view, what did your spouse do right that you liked? How did he or she help you through a hard situation? And on the contrary, what would you have wished your spouse would have done? Give an example. Maybe a loss of a job occurred. Obviously, my family went through that. My mom and dad lost their job, and me as a child able to watch them, through my own elementary eyes could see, but there was obvious struggle. And maybe you as the wife would have wished he wouldn't have shut you out. And maybe because your husband maybe closed up and was just so in a panic, but he didn't want to divulge anything to you. And maybe vice versa for the husband. Maybe you closed up, and why? Maybe what would you have wished your wife to help you through? That's just a small example. I'll let you guys decide the situations. Please feel free to express whatever hard situation you feel comfortable talking about. Because obviously, those situations we are going through, and clearly our generation's getting crippled by those experiences, and you made it through. So please feel comfortable sharing your side and their side. Obviously, maybe you guys have talked about it. You guys can laugh about it now because it's over. Your loss of job is done. Maybe the wayward child has come back, or maybe he never came back. You guys can laugh about these experiences now because you're done. We are obviously in the heat of them, and that's why we're coming to you to show us your experience. And the third and final one we'd like you to think about is, if you could go back with the knowledge you have now, go back at day one, what would you do to improve? What could you have done to improve your marriage relationship, improve your relationship with your spouse? Maybe go on more dates, maybe date the person more often. In the hard experience, maybe you could have changed a habit that probably almost destroyed your marriage. What could you have done to improve? And I think between those three things, one, what did you do good? What did you do bad? What did your spouse do good? What did your spouse do bad? And where could you guys have improved, both on individual level, you and your spouse as well, plus as a couple? Where could you have improved? We're grateful that you're able to do this. We think it's going to be of great benefit. Also, one other side note, this obviously we'd like to show this to our area region around us, but after talking to my friends who don't live within this region, I've told them a project we're working on. They have expressed interest in hearing from you. So if you're willing, we would like to make this a public video or a documentary, if you would, and put it on YouTube. So all the world can have advice from you who may not have a grandpa anymore or grandparents to come ask advice. Or maybe simply people don't feel comfortable asking these hard questions. This is where you have the opportunity, if you're willing, to talk to your grandkid, talk to your own kid, and explain to them, everyone says, it's going to get better. It always gets better. Tell us how. Tell us the why. How do you know that? Why do you know that? What knowledge do you possess? Because obviously we're in a situation, maybe financial difficulties are upon us, and we can't see a way out. But you guys have been there, and you know it gets better. So we would like you to express how you know, why you know that this all gets better, and what you can do to improve. Thanks, guys. Again, we appreciate it. And if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.